Hi everyone, my name is Konstantin and welcome to Letters to King. Today I will tell you of how 5G towers are being installed all over Russia in the partnership with the Chinese and why this is a true and real danger for first Russia and then the rest of the world. First things first, why am I talking about 5G? That's the topic I have heard for quite some time and it's very controversial. It attracts a lot of, strange people, okay? There are many conspiracy theories, there are many nutcases talking about 5G and how it influences normal people and so forth. Well, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm not a nutcase. I consider myself a very normal person. I have a really good job. I support family of 5 children. Then why all of a sudden I start talking about 5G? Well, this is why. As I told a few times before, I had lived in Rostov for quite a few years. Then, about 3 years ago, moved to Moscow. We moved back to Rostov for a couple months to wait over this pandemic. I've made quite a few videos and you can watch the playlist about our adventure fleeing Moscow, staying in Rostov and what we do during the coronavirus pandemic right here. Anyway, while being in Rostov, one of the mornings I look out of the window, and I just see my normal landscape, except for one thing, okay? And that thing is right there, around quarter of a mile from my house. There's a brand new spanking 5G tower. What the hell? We have perfect mobile phone signal here. We have never had communication outages or signal dropping or anything like that. So why do we need a brand new tower right next to the people's houses? Let's take a closer look. So I'm walking to the tower and I'm inspecting it. Let's go. We're going through a residential area with lots of houses. There are more houses. More houses and a busy street. Even more houses. You know what, guys? This is really strange. I've been walking around my block for last 10 minutes and I can't seem to find this friggin' cell phone tower. It's perfectly visible from my house, from the second floor, but from the ground floor I can't find it. And it's scorcher outside. It's like 92 degrees. I gotta find it. Found it. I found it. That's where it is. I found it. This is where it is. I cannot get any closer, but I think that's a pretty good shot. It's located on the territory of an electrical substation, so it's a protected, secured area. You cannot get any closer. But look at this, huh? Ain't this a beauty? Brand new tower. You know what? Why the hell do we need this tower? Sitting right in the middle of bunch, like tens, hundreds of houses. Look, I stepped away probably, I don't know, 300 feet, 100 meters, and you already cannot see this thing. Unbelievable. So, what in the world is going on? Why there was a need for a brand new 5G tower to be positioned right in the middle of a densely populated residential area? Perhaps to increase mobile internet speed or improve the cell phone receptions? Well, let's find out. This is my cell phone. As you see in the upper right corner, I have 3G mobile internet right now and full signal reception. I don't need anything else better than this, okay? It gives me plenty of speed and it gives me excellent voice call quality. Let's find out. Let's find out what the mobile speed is right now. "25 to 30 megabits per second. Very stable, excellent connection. And I'm getting this inside of the house with very thick walls, with rebars, lots of rebars inside of those walls. The upload speed around 10 megabits per second. So as you just saw, my cell phone reception is perfect, and it's been perfect for the past 10 years. In this particular place, there hasn't been any change. My mobile internet connection speed is enough to cover all my needs. I'm a YouTuber, so I upload my videos on YouTube frequently. My mobile, sometimes I use it. That's enough. I watch YouTube videos. That's enough. I had worked out of my home for 4 years before 2017, and for the past 3 months, I work out of home from this particular place. And sometimes I use my 3G connection. And that's enough. It's enough to watch movies, to watch YouTube films, to listen to the music, to use Zoom or Skype for work. That's enough. And folks, I'm using 3G. There's also 4G available. I just don't need. 4G is about, I believe it's 10 times faster than 3G. So if I get 30 megabits per second on 3G, I get 200 to 300 on 4G. It's just, I don't need it, okay? All my needs are covered by 3G. And now they are installing the infrastructure for 5G, which is 10 times faster than 4G, okay? I wonder why. Well, I did some research, and what I revealed really shocked me. 5G is true evil, okay? There are popular beliefs, conspiracy theories about 3G influencing people's minds, frying something in the minds, mind control issues, the wild theories about 5G spreading the coronavirus. All these beliefs and theories don't have any base underneath them, okay? They're bogus. That's pretty obvious. I don't think that 5G is any more harmful to humans, to us, to people, than 4G, than 3G. If we are all surrounded, the waves come through us, what doesn't matter? Is it like radio waves, 3G, 4G, or 5G? Okay? The coronavirus issue, I mean, that's a laughable theory, right? That's crazy. So what do they really need 5G for? It's bad. It's bad. Russia started constructing 5G infrastructure last year. The Chinese president was visiting Russia and he signed a contract with Putin, of course, for a Chinese company, I believe it's called Xiaomi, something like that, to come in and start laying down the infrastructure for 5G. Okay, this company Xiaomi has been doing it in China for the past I don't know how many years, and China is already covered by 5G cell towers, and 5G has been there in effect for quite some time. So Russia started doing that following China's footsteps. And Russia, well, not the Russians, but Russia, the Russian government, needs it to spy, well, not even spy, to completely surround every Russian citizen with its attention. Okay? It's, folks, you're not gonna believe. Well, imagine regular Russians have enough bandwidth to make telephone calls, to use mobile internet. There are no problems, there are no outages. The infrastructure for cell phone mobile communications has been put in place, and it's been here for years. Okay, all of a sudden they're increasing the bandwidth 100-fold. Why? They want to know everything about us. They want to know where we go, who we speak with, who our friends and relatives are, what sources we get our money, who we pay to, what kind of purchases we make, what we speak, what we post in the social networks. Seriously, they want to collect all the data. And that's not just rumors, okay? That's real. While we have been in this self-isolation, a new federal law was introduced and signed into existence. This law, something like Digital State of Russia, it's called. Law says that there will be digital profiles created for every single Russian citizen. And that digital profile would include all the information that is collected on daily basis. The locations, the locations where a person goes to, all the telephone calls, who he calls and who calls him, all the purchases, all the money coming in, all the spendings, everything. I mean, they're going to install microphones in public transportation, in the buses and in taxi cabs, and record everything that what you say. They're going to face recognize you, and whatever you're saying is going to be recorded and placed into your profile. So the government will know everything about you. And in order to do that, imagine the huge massives of data required to do that in real time, okay? In order to do that, they need really fast internet. And this is what 5G is for. Plain and simple. It's extremely super fast, space fast internet that allows the government to track all of our activities offline and online, okay? That's it. Well, Russia is taking Chinese footsteps. In China, it's called a Great Firewall system in place for years, and then tracks everything that Chinese do. Get this, there are social ratings, official social ratings for every Chinese person, and if your rating is not high enough, then you cannot leave China, you cannot get a passport issued, okay? Talking about freedom, right? So I think this is something like what Russia wants to do, and they have 3 years. There's a pilot project for the city of Moscow and for the region of Moscow, and once they're done with pilot and they test it on Moscovites, they're going to scale it upon the entire Russia in 3 years. But they need 5G everywhere for that. And I think that's a really, truly great hit to our freedoms. I don't like it. I'm not going to be using, well, it doesn't matter if I use 5G or not. 3G is enough for me. I'll be using 3G, right? But guys, I have a warning for you. Cherish your freedom, because that's the most valuable thing that you have. Unfortunately, there are forces that have been trying to take our freedoms away. I'm talking about Russia and some other countries. But just cherish and protect your freedom at all costs. Okay? Once you give it away, it will be extremely, extremely difficult to take it back. So basically, this is what 5G in Russia is for. If you like this video and found it interesting, please like it and subscribe so you don't miss any further updates about living in Russia and about Russia Explained. I'll see you next time.